All right, guys, part 3, the journey home. It is 7 a.m. The sun is just coming up in Colorado Springs. I've got the bike all loaded up again. I think I got a better system for strapping that bag down there. And then this stupid backpack that I've got to wear, I swear that's like 30 pounds. I feel like it's getting heavier. Well, I'm just getting more beat down is what it is. So then it was 500 plus miles coming out here. As we were here, we were riding sun up, sun down. So we put another 400 plus miles on there. So the bike is sitting at just under 1,000 miles for the trip so far. And then today we've got to put on another about 535. Boy, and I tell you what, I am not looking forward to this, but it's 47 degrees this morning. So 11 degrees colder than when we first started this excursion. Well, so I just got to say bye to the mountains. It has been the craziest views out here just to wake up and see that every day. Mountains, the tallest mountains as far as you can see. So I suppose I will just gear up here and we're gonna rip this baby. My forehead, it had blistered up last night and there was these little white dots and then I pressed on them and of course pus started coming out of them. So I've got like an extra neck gaiter. I'm just gonna use that as like a do-rag basically over my head, and I can even double it up too to make it extra thick, which then my bald head is just sticking out the back. I look like a brain surgery patient, but I think that's what we'll have to do so we're not bleeding from our face by the time we get home. So I guess, holy cow, we are gonna rip this faithful steed once again. I think we can do this. I don't know. Let's just jump on it. I'm hurting pretty bad already. We haven't even gotten on it. So let's just hit the road. We'll see how we're feeling as we're leaving Colorado Springs. Whoa, there's a rocket. What do we got? Z900. Nice, brother. All right, will the old girl fire up? Of course. I have not needed to do any sort of work, nothing to the CBR the whole time in all of our crazy mountain miles out here. We got a local gentleman who's gonna see us. If I didn't have this, I would. The journey begins, dude. People love this. Seeing the crotch rocket. Doing a little touring of the countryside. Oh, she is screaming. Well, we are waking up the city on this girl. Well, my back is definitely feeling the backpack already. Oh, dear. And then the wrists, you know, I mean, it's always a little stiff in the morning jumping back on this thing. You hike your legs back up to those pegs and you hunch over and you're like, oh, here we go again. But maybe it won't be so bad after we get some miles on her. Oh, my helmet isn't even strapped. Nice, Micah. Nice, dude. It's funny, with my neck gaiter on, I didn't even notice that my helmet wasn't strapped. I didn't feel it through that. Look at those mountains. I mean, they're behind all the shops, but you see, they just tower over the entire skyline. I don't want to leave this place. All right, back on the road. Well, we just gotta rock this road for a little bit and then we catch our highway out of here. So I suppose I'll just settle in here and, well, we'll check in about an hour or so about when we'll need our first stop. So talk to you in a bit. Oh, my back is killing me. Oh, I gotta take the backpack off for just a second. Okay. Whew. Well, we fueled up here. I do like this setup, the way I put the bungees on there. That pack's a lot more solid than it was, so that's working good. But we made it to Limon, Colorado, I believe it is. So it's about 70 miles or so that we've gone. So the first 70 is done. That feels good. It's a little bit chilly out still. My hands were a little bit cold, not too bad though. Kneecaps, about the same thing. You know, I didn't use my hand warmers in my gloves this time. I don't think I need them. It's only getting warmer. And we kind of took the gas station by storm over there. It was funny. I wish I would have had the camera going, but I had a really nice older gentleman that he was just loving the look of the bike. He was like, "Oh, what? I had to get a closer look at your paint job." He just thought it was the coolest thing ever. So I'll try and click my camera on if we get another cool interaction like that. And then a younger gentleman, a maintenance worker for this kind of truck stop traveler center, he gave us the big thumbs up as well on the sound of it and the look. So we're getting the love. We're getting the love wherever we go. That is fun. The top of my back just hurts so bad. All right, let's keep doing it. I think 70 east, right? Yes. All right, here frickin' goes nothing. Oh, and we got 135 miles on this one. Speed limit 75, and I think we'll just run 75. I ain't even gonna push it. I don't feel like getting buffered by the wind and beat up. Well, so my goal here today, you know, if this is like a 8-hour trip minimum back to Lincoln of non-stop driving. So on the motorcycle, I mean, just taking the bare minimum stops to fuel up and just to get off this rocket for a minute. If that puts us at 9 hours, and then we have the time change as well. So then we lose an hour there. It skips an hour forward on us. I wonder if there's any way that we could get back before dark. If it's gonna get dark at about 5 o'clock. I mean, we'll push. We'll push her. I want to finish strong, but it is getting exponentially harder to keep up a good pace and to not stop every 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I mean, that's what I want to do, but then it's gonna get dark on us before we get home and get colder, and I don't wanna deal with the cold again. It's cold right now. We start these rides cold, and not super fun to finish cold as well. Lock in, Micah. Lock in. Here we go. 135 miles. I should have enough gas to just roll 135 miles, so then we'll be able to get back on our 2-lane back roads here, a little bit lower speed limit. We won't get beat up so much by the wind. All right, well, I'll be here riding my frickin' butt off. So we'll check in a bit. We'll see how far I get this time. Hoo-wee. So I ripped her for another 80 miles here. We stopped at this Love's fuel stop here. We got some more petrol. So we're 150 miles into it so far. And I feel like it's been about 150 miles. And well, yeah, I said I was gonna go 75, miles per hour and not beat myself up. Well, I went about 80, 85 the whole time there on 70. So we have another stretch on 70. Well, we were on that 135 miles. We've gone 80 I-80 on it, so about 55 more miles, and then we should get to our 2-lane back roads here. So I just gotta power through this last little stretch of 70. I actually think I'm gonna take you and put you up on the front of the bike here, I think right in that little mount. And maybe I'll try some hyperlapsing or something so it'll look like warp speed as we're just riding down 70. We'll see how that turns out. I mean, I won't know how it turns out until it's already done, but there ain't too much for us to talk about here. The bike's all running great. Everything is going great there. Hasn't skipped a beat. She is just working, putting in the miles. Man, this thing is great. Get yourself a Honda, people. If you're curious of what motorcycle you should get that's not gonna give you any problems, a Honda. I mean, I love Kawasaki's too, and Yamaha's. Suzuki's got a few good ones in there as well. Okay, I guess I just like all motorcycles, never mind. All right, let me stretch out just a little bit more and we'll rip her again. Oh, and there goes the Aprilia Tuono V4. He had pulled into this gas station here that I had pulled into, and we talked to him for a second. Those are cool bikes. They definitely sound really cool, but I'm never gonna pick one up just because I do not want to deal with that nightmare if things start to go wrong on that kind of a bike. It's expensive and just an overall nightmare, but boy, they sure sound good. We just finished our stretch on 70, so I'm just cutting through this back road here. It's just 3/4 of a mile, and then we've got our turn back to our 2-lane Kansas highways. So we've got just under 300 miles to go. I think it said 295 miles till we're home, but oh man. So we're not even to the halfway point. Good grief. Hopefully it gets a little bit easier once we get to these 2-lane back roads. And I'm really happy that I had elected to take that back way to Colorado Springs instead of just running I-80 out near Denver and then cutting down on I-25. Oh, and it looks like here we have the lovely town of Colby, Kansas, raising the soybean standard. Bex. This feels nice. Just a little stretch here. Going 45. I guess, how am I doing? What hurts right now? Everything. And I am not doing great, but we're gonna keep pressing on. I guess whenever I stop, you know, not that we've ever gotten low on gas, I pretty much just stop after I've, you know, gone about that 70, 80 miles or so after about an hour of cruising. But it seems like everything, you know, starts to hurt at the same time. The back, the wrists, the legs, the ankles. That's one thing too, is my ankles, you know, because these foot pegs, they're just all metal, you know, there's no rubber on them or anything, and so just the vibrations kind of, they get to your ankles after a while. So I've been trying to, like, you know, stretch out my ankles and stuff as we're rolling down the highway. But my forehead, gosh, that one spot, and I think what it is, because I've never really heard anybody complaining that their forehead hurts from just a motorcycle trip, and I was thinking about that, like, why the heck does mine spine hurt. I ride a lot, and I've never, you know, in all of my riding around town or just short jaunts and stuff, never had my forehead hurt. But I think what it is, you know, the speeds. I'm not, in all my cruising, I'm not going 80 plus miles per hour for just hours and hours on end. And then on top of that, I think the reason I've never heard of anybody else complain about that is because everybody else who is doing any sort of motorcycle touring has a windshield. And, well, this is not blocking the wind from hitting us straight in the face. So after a while, man, just 80 mile per hour wind just beating you up constantly. It's just, yeah, it's really hurting my forehead after a while. Like I said, I've got my little do-rag thing on, but there's only so much that does. It's getting to me after a while. So this will be nice on these 2-lane back roads here. I'll probably just roll the 65 or 60, whatever the speed limit is here. I think it's 65. Just not get so much wind and so much pressure on my helmet there. I can really kind of just zone out and let my mind wander a lot more just on back roads and stuff like this, you know. Fields and flats as far as you can see. Oh, there's tons of windmills over there. Oh my gosh, the bugs are coming in hot. One already hit me right in the visor, and it's just, I had just cleaned my visor and now it's completely dirty. Well, all right, let me just keep on riding here and we'll check in a bit here. Well, we found a nice little spot here. There's just kind of a dirt road off of one of the 2-lane highways that we were on, and so I figured we'd take a little bathroom break, have a little sip of water, and just not be hanging on to that thing for our dear life. The weather is perfect now. I mean, it feels really nice when we're out cruising, and I've been able to maintain a pretty good clip. I keep saying, it'll be nice to go just 65. Now, we are totally running 75, but it's just that we're on the way home, you know, like we're on the home stretch here. Let me check our navigation and see how far we have left. We have 229 miles left. You're always like hoping you'll look at that navigation and you'll be way closer than you actually are. Oh yeah, you want to see my do-rag? It's just like one of those neck gaiters, you know, that has like the skull on it. I don't ever wear this, but I just use it as like a camera cover case that, you know, if I put a camera in my backpack or something, I wrap it in this just so it doesn't get scratched. But this worked good. There we go, kind of fluff it over. What'd it do, dog? That's what it do. But it does well for what we need it for. So hopefully I have a forehead when we get back home. Oh, check this out. I kept telling you that the bugs were hitting me and stuff. They're just splattering and smearing all over my helmet. Well, and of course the camera too, as that's on my chin. So there is that. Oh, let's see, what time are we supposed to arrive back? Well, after 5 o'clock now. It says 5:05 as of right now. But I know I'm gonna have to take at least a couple more breaks. I'm gonna need to take at least 2 more breaks, I think, on our way back. And so if I stop for even, 5 or 10 minutes, it's gonna be dark by 5:30, I would imagine. Yeah, it for sure will be. Well, we just gotta try and get back before it gets too dark out. All right, let me pose here for the thumbnail for this last portion of the video. Yeah, that should work. We'll see. Ooh. Oh, maybe that one was good too. Who knows? We'll pull out one of those frames straight out of Compton or straight out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Gosh, it's so lame. Well, I suppose that's probably enough standing around. We gotta knock this out. We'll touch base and see how we're feeling. I'm hurting, but I will do this. I said we could do this. I said we would do this. And my word is good, or I guess we'll see if it is. All right. Let's ride. All right, back on the road yet. Nobody to the left, nobody to the right. This is what I've been dealing with. I punched it right there, and the only car coming over the hill is a freaking Sheriff. How fast was that going? I wasn't even looking down. I did do the wave though. Oh, that is beyond hilarious. Well, I guess we'll see in a bit here. Seriously, I think we're good. We are so good. Unbelievable. Oh my goodness. So anyways, what I was saying is that, this is what I've been rocking. Just the 2 lanes like this, speed limit 65, and you're just looking at the countryside. I mean, we're just in nowhere, Kansas, so not that there's a ton to see, but it's just peaceful. So just cruising here, you know, when it's just me, I don't have to worry about a bunch of other traffic or cars or anything like that. It's just so much more enjoyable than I-80. I-80 is just, I don't know, it's faster pace, and you're constantly like passing the semis and speeding up and slowing down, and everyone on it's an asshole. So yeah, we will finish with I-80, I guess, on this route, but yeah, it's nice to do the bulk of our riding, you know, on roads like this. Just zone out and throttle in, baby. So yeah, just wanted to kind of show you what I'm seeing right now, and that's funny that you almost got to see us get a massive ticket, but dodged a bullet right there. It's probably just because bikes are really hard for cops to get a radar on. I've been told that cops getting a radar lock on a bike is like winning the lottery. It's just, they're very difficult, and especially a sport bike, you know, it's skinnier. It's not like some big touring bagger. So maybe if we were on a big touring bike, we would have had a massive ticket there, but being on the CBR, being on the Super Sport saved our keister. Just another fantastic reason to tour on a Super Sport motorcycle. Well, I said another reason. I'm still looking for the first reason to tour on a Super Sport motorcycle. But anyways, alright, let me lock in here and we'll catch you in a bit. Wow, look at this. All traffic was paused for these oversized loads navigating the corners. That's funny. I think we can go now. They had like another truck that swung the tails of these trailers out. Yeah, so those tails of the trailers must be, the axles can pivot or something. That was super cool to watch. They were pretty speedy about it. All right. Oh, look at this. That's funny. I didn't even know that this was coming up. But look at this little green sign that we've got. Nebraska. Leaving Kansas, come again. The good life. Well, I tell you what, it certainly doesn't seem like the good life after being in Colorado Springs this morning. But whatever. Alright, let's keep busting out those miles here. We gotta get to I-80. Come on, Micah. I can do it. It's hard to grip the throttle, but we're going to. We have to. I don't know what the alternative plan would be. All right, we got to Kearney here. I just filled up with gas, and it's 3:30 p.m. here Central Time, and I checked my map. We're 128 miles from home, so I don't think I'll need to grab any more gas. So now it's just a matter of, can I truck it straight through, or do I need to stop? This is always a tough point. 400 miles in for the day on this bad girl. So let's quit wasting time. Ugh, my butt is so sore. I gotta keep fighting. I gotta find that second wind, and it is nowhere to be found right now. We can do it. This is the home stretch. Pretty long home stretch, but it's the home stretch nonetheless. Okay, finish strong, baby. All right, passing under the Kearney Arch. That's a good sign. Gotta keep trucking. Keep trucking. All right, I'll check back in about an hour. Or maybe if we're two, Lincoln, I don't know. I'm just gonna ride. I'm just gonna ride. I tried to do it in one go and I couldn't. I'm like 38 miles or 40 miles short. So we got about 90 miles in that stretch done, but I could have done it if it was the start of the day, if I was fresh, but I mean, I'm beat up from the whole day, and well, I'm beat up from a couple days of a lot of riding. But you can see we've still got sun, so I would say we got 30-40 minutes of sunlight left. It's probably 45 minutes at least to our house. I mean, because that 38 miles, that's just to the edge of Lincoln. So we can do this. I can do this. We're so close. We're so close. What gave out on me this time, my legs, they just got too cramped up and my knees were just like throbbing. And I'd try and like straighten my legs out as I was riding the bike, but then my hips would cramp up. I just couldn't win, but we'll get her. All right, let's do this. We are so close. We are so close. We'll resume as we're approaching our exit that we're gonna take off of I-80, and then our house is only, hopefully, maybe like 10-12 minutes off of that. So, and hopefully it's just barely light out yet. Here goes nothing. Alright guys, we just took our exit. We are about 10 minutes away from home. Oh my goodness. Sweet home. Wow. I can't believe it. We're here. We made it. You did it, CB. You did it. Oh my goodness. Yes, I named the bike CB in our adventures because you can't spend that much time in the saddle on a machine and not name it. So I think now, since we lost all daylight, just barely a glow left in the sky, I am fried. So we will follow up and close out in the morning.